What's up, everybody? Trinity here. Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. It's New Comic Book Wednesday. It's May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. We are going to go over some of the new comic books that I am taking home from my local comic book shop right here in Lancaster, California. That is Bases, Cards, and Comics. So in case you guys don't already know, there will be some links down there, in the description where you can go through and skip ahead and see what books that I will be talking about and reviewing in here in case I'm flapping my gums just a little bit too long. But before we get into this, make sure that you give this video a like, give it a thumbs down if you don't like it. It's okay. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Also, make sure you share it out with a friend and leave some comments down in the comments below. Let me know what's on your comic book pull list this week and what of these books am I pulling and talking about that we have that are the same, and what are your thoughts on them? Were my opinions bad? Let me know down in the comments below. Let's go ahead and get right into today's books. The first thing that I have here is Moon Knight. This is volume 2 of the Omnibus, and this is collecting Moon Knight from 1980, issues number 21 through 38. Iron Man number 161, Power Man and Iron Fist number 87, Marvel Team Up 144, and Moon Knight 1985 number 1 through 6, Marvel Fanfare number 30, and material from Solo Avengers number 3 and Marvel Fanfare number 38 through 39, and Marvel Superheroes number 1. And I haven't read most of these issues at all. The most I read was last year when I picked up the first volume 1 of the Moon Knight, and I absolutely loved it and cannot wait to dig into this book and read some more of these classic tales written by Doug Mahnke and drawn by Bill Sienkiewicz. And by the way, did you guys catch that Sienkiewicz Easter egg in the new Moon Knight episode of the season finale? Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have read Moon Knight or any of these original stories, let me know down in the comments below. I think this book is probably definitely going to be worth every single penny that we paid for it. Let's move on into some comic books. Aftershock Comics, this week we've got Dogs of London. This is issue number 1. This book is being written by Peter Milligan. It's got art by Artesita. Valentina Bianconi is the colorist, and Rob Steen is the letterer. And I'll show you those names right there where you can take a look and see their names and get a little bit of a, you can see a little bit of a biography on these people here, but you're going to have to hit pause if you want to see that. So this book is written by Peter Milligan, who's been writing some really good books lately. One of the ones I've been reading is Human Remains over on Vault Comics, an absolutely good one. And here in Dogs of London, it looks like we may be in for another treat. So what this book is it kind of reminding me of like a Goodfellas kind of feel, where we see our main character in something that they've done kind of in their past and in their family, and then you move forward into the future. And there's, I guess, some of what goes around comes around, coming back into this, I guess, kind of crime thriller story here. All together, in this first issue, we got introduced to our main character and kind of the supporting cast of characters here. And the art in this book I thought was really good here. Artesita, who I can't say I've ever seen any of their art before. And so getting in here was pretty good. Just kind of seeing some of that. I'll show you a little bit more of the art here. Definitely like this style, the coloring in this book here as well, from Valentina Bianconi. Somebody else, who else? I'm sure I'm butchering those names that I've never heard of. But altogether, I thought this issue number 1 was very good. Interested to see where we're going to go in issue number 2. But let me know down in the comments below if you have read Dogs of London and what you think about it. Moving right on, we've got, this is Comics Tribe. This is Happy Hill issue number 3. This book being written by Rich Douek, and it's got art by Chris Sotomayor. Chris Sotomayor is the colorist. The art is done by Joe Mulvey, and it's lettered by Hassan Otsmani El How. I'll show you those names right there. Now, this book right here is a book that I've actually backed, done some of the crowdfunding through Kickstarter. They've been doing some of these, and I backed the last 2 issues. I picked up the first issue actually in one of the local comic book shops that I go visit down at Enjoy Comics and Games, and I seen it there. And I picked it up, I read it, I thought it was pretty good. Issue number 2 was on a Kickstarter, so I went ahead and backed it. Then issue number 3 is, and it hasn't got here quite yet, but I think it'll probably be here within, I don't know, the next few days. But altogether, I've enjoyed this story so far. Rich Douek is he's been coming up and writing some pretty good stories lately, you know, like Sea of Sorrows. And right now I know he's doing Oceans, The Ocean Will Take Us over on Aftershock Comics as well. And this one right here is kind of it's about like this family vacation spot that a lot of people are really into. And you kind of go there and relax. They've got like, it's kind of like they've got like places where you can just go hang out and chill. You can go on like, it's like an amusement park and just all kinds of different things there. But there's a little bit more than meets the eye. And we actually are following these kind of investigators as they are there trying to figure out some of the mysteries of this place. And we've also got the case of this missing young girl here as well. And it all kind of ties into maybe the family and everything going on here at this particular, I would say, vacation spot. So I think this series has been pretty good through these first 3 issues. Definitely a recommend if you can find this at your local comic book shop. They have been doing this through Diamond Distribution as well. That's, like I said, I picked this up at my LCS as well. But they've also been doing Kickstarters. But let me know if you've been reading Happy Hill and what you think about it. I think the art in the series has been pretty good. Kind of matching everything going on with this series. Some of the horror elements and things going on here. With this series, I would definitely recommend picking this one up if it sounds like something you might be into. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Boom Studios Once and Future issue number 25. I have both of these covers right here. This one is the main cover, and we've got the variant cover here as well. In case you haven't been reading this series or hearing me flap my gums about it, I think it's a great series you need to be reading. This is one of those books that is like a total team effort. When you get in here, you know, Kieran Gillen doing the writing this really great story, kind of pulling on a lot of old folklore and tales that you've probably heard in the past. Dan Moore's art in this book is absolutely great, and it teams well with Tamara Bonnevillain's colors. Absolutely great stuff. And of course, we cannot forget Ed Dukeshire. Everybody working on this book is putting I mean, they're all on their A game, and this series has just continued to be good. It's had, you know, it's got its peaks and it's got its valleys. Times where it's kind of slowed down and been a little less interesting, but altogether the story itself has been pretty good. And in this one, we did finally get Robin Hood introduced in this one, actually kind of introduced in the last issue, and we get a little bit more on that. This series has continued to be good. I think it's one you should definitely be reading and checking out if you're into kind of, I don't know, I guess like the Knights of the Round Table and seeing kind of a horror story revolving all around that and people who hunt them and try to keep them, you know, under wraps. But altogether, definitely a recommend read on Once and Future. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below if you have been reading Once and Future. Radiant Black, this is issue number 14. This series, this is the B cover right here as well. This series being written by Kyle Higgins. It's got art by Marcelo Costa and Eduardo Ferrigato, and the inker is Jonas Trinidad, and the colorist is Igor Monti. Colorist assistant Sabrina Del Grosso. Letterer is Becca Carey. I'll show you those names right there. And this series, you know, they're kind of expanding this series slowly but surely. And I think it's been a pretty good ride so far, though I don't know how much longer I'm going to continue reading and pulling this series. It's, I mean, it's just, I mean, you know, we're 15 issues deep here, and it seems like it's going places, but it also seems like it's going slow, kind of getting there. I think at this point, I'm probably going to end up starting to do some trade waiting on this series, and you can see some of the art. The art in this series has been pretty good overall. But let me know down in the comments below if you've been reading Radiant Black and what you think about it. I think it's pretty decent. A lot of people have been, that talk about how it kind of reminds them of like the Power Rangers and stuff like that. And I don't know. I've never read Power Rangers, and plus they're probably not going to get any less comparisons by having Ryan Parrott writing one of the other series that kind of ties into this, and he's kind of he's doing Rogue Sun, and it's all like he did a lot of writing on Power Rangers that people like him for, right? Don't they? I don't know. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. We'll get on into this last book that I have for this week on Vault Comics. You guys know, look, you guys know it's on Vault Comics. Chances are I'm going to be buying it and talking about it. But this is Quests Aside, issue number 1. I actually got the privilege of reading this, I don't know, maybe a month or 2 months ago, when it was first solicited, as the folks from Vault Comics have been sending out just some of the different digital books to check out and read early. And I flapped my gums about them in some of the live streams and stuff. But this series definitely kind of a funny, silly story going on here. Like some of the things kind of reminded me, like, remember, what was that movie? What was the one, remember, where things were going on in like the little band kind of stuff? Like there was a guy, playing his little guitar and everything as things were kind of going on through the story. I kind of feel that going on here, just on kind of some of the silliness in here. But this book is being written by Brian Shermer. It's got art by Elena Gogu, colorist Rebecca Nolte, and world design is the letterer. I'll show you those names right there. But yeah, it's definitely kind of a silly kind of fantasy tale that we're getting here so far. As we see, it opens up with these guys who are going to this pub, and it kind of, like, in this case, the way it opens up, it kind of reminds me of that movie, what was it, at World's End, or The World's End. Yeah, exactly, that movie, where you see these guys show up to this bar, and they're going to, get drunk, and then the place is called Quests Aside. And then they decide, they're like, oh, hey, they get this quest from the bartender inside, and they go out on this quest, and, well, things just don't end up very well for them. But we also kind of see what else is going on there in the tavern, and we kind of get go into the lives of these people here and the kingdom. Altogether, like I said, I thought this issue number 1 was kind of fun, silly, and I can't wait to read. Well, I guess I've read issue number 2 of this already, but I can't wait to read issue number 3. Let me know down in the comments below if you have read Quests Aside and what you think about it. But that's all I've got for my comic book pull list this week, folks. That's all I've got for the books. Let me know down in the comments below what's on your comic book pull list, and, did we have any books the same? Let me know down in the comments below, and also let me know, I'm telling you, let me know, have you read those original Moon Knight books that are in that omnibus? I've never read them, but the ones I read in the last one were absolutely great, and that's kind of what prompted me to get this second one. But also, make sure that you go check out the live stream that I've been doing with my friend Chillmonger. We did a stream just this morning where we were talking about the season finale of Moon Knight, and go there, watch that after this video, and let me know all your thoughts on that as well. You all have a very good day. Again, my name is Trinity. Thank you all so much for being here on the Second Street Marvel today. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Give it a thumbs down if you don't. It's not going to hurt my feelings. But while you're at it, make sure that you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very good day, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.